All right, hello, good morning. I'm here in my hometown of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, and today I'm going to do the Twin Peaks ride, starting from the train station in downtown Jim Thorpe. And this is like, I think it's about 20 miles, so I'd call it a quarter to half day ride, and maybe like intermediate to advanced mountain biking. As you can see now, we're kind of on the way out, and it's just sort of this sandy, a little bit rocky double track. Then we do a mountain climb. There's two ridges we're gonna hit today. We're gonna hit Flagstaff Mountain right along that ridge, and then we're going to head up Mount Pisgah and ride the old Switchback trail. And I think there's at least 2 downhills to hit along the way, so yeah, let's get back to it. I'm gonna take a little detour that I think is really worth it. You probably go about a quarter, half mile down this road to a place called Flagstaff, which has probably one of the nicest views of Jim Thorpe that there is. You can kind of see the whole downtown area and the Lehigh River as well. So let's get there. All right, and here's the view from Flagstaff of Jim Thorpe. And now we're mountain biking. All right, so that's it for Galen's surprise. And yeah, it reminded me that the important thing to remember about Jim Thorpe trails is that they're not built for mountain bikes. These are not nice purpose-built trails, excuse me, that you'd find at a resort or something. They're just random trails that have been here for God knows how long. But now we're on the Fireline, and we have, well, welcome to Jurassic Park. There's just ferns everywhere. Beautiful trail, runs the whole ridge like this. Another point I wanted to mention was that trail. It's called Galen's Surprise. There's another one called Galen's Revenge, and Galen is he's a Jim Thorpe local. He's an older guy who he was doing this stuff probably back in the 90s with, who knows, probably like a fully rigid frame, doing 50-mile rides, and he still floats around town somewhere. But a lot of these trails were named after him, since he kind of was one of the big guys that brought it to the area. And here is a downhill. This is the Bob's Option, which will take you down to the Switchback Trail. Pretty gnarly stuff, actually. That's a technical track, but definitely suggested if you want to do a shorter ride. All right, and here is Shoreline Trail. So this is another drop off, and this goes down to Mauch Chunk Lake. All right, that's it. Fireline Trail, awesome trail. Like 5 stars. I got to recommend it, but there were so many spider webs on it. You can see these little, like, what is this guy? It's a nasty one. They're all over my face. So yeah, just have your best friend right in front of you, and you can avoid all the spider webs, but it's pretty bad. But yeah, here it is, Fireline Trail. There's a yellow gate on this side. Really good, just flowy double track, nothing complicated. You could probably even do it on a gravel bike. Seriously though, I'm not kidding. There were like 5 spiders on my helmet. See this? Ready? There's another one right there. I hope they're not on my head. But yeah, this is not the best part of the ride, but whatever. Another place to stop along the way is here. This is the Carbon County Environmental Education Center. It's a really cool place. They save birds and other animals and kind of rehabilitate them and teach kids on field trips. It's right along the way, so definitely stop in there and check it out. They even have some hiking trails that are on the west side of Mauch Chunk Lake. All right, here we are. This is Mauch Chunk Lake. This is Boat Launch B. Just another little scenic spot to stop at. There's even a bathroom here. And we're gonna cruise along. There's a shoreline trail to get to the ranger station. And that's where we're going to hook onto the Switchback and go to the top of Mount Pisgah. So this mountain here, that's the ridge that I was riding along at first. And so now we're gonna ride down a little bit and then hop up onto this ridge on the other side. And that's why it's called Twin Peaks. All right, so here we go. We're jumping down onto the Shoreline Trail. Now I think this might actually be for hiking, so I would check in the ranger station, see if it's cool to take bikes on here. I don't think many people come out here anyway, but I think it is a pretty fun trail with all these, there's like catwalks that go through here. And it's just, I mean, what can you ask for? It's like a beautiful trail that's along the lake. It has cool little bridges along the way. So the Shoreline trail just pops out into the campground here, which is definitely another great place. I mean, if you're not from around here, to just kind of camp here and ride around or visit the lake, which is literally just here to our right. But the trail signage is definitely not great. So just if you're going the same direction as me, keep the lake on your right until you get down to the ranger station, and then we'll start to get on the switchback from there. All right, so here we are. This is the Switchback Trail, or the Switchback Railroad Trail, because it used to be a railroad. It was an old gravity railroad that was used to pull the coal off of the mountain that we're going up here. And it's great because now it's like a sort of a big figure 8 double track trail that we can use to connect to like all these other great mountain biking trails, or just ride the Switchback because it's really beautiful. Okay, so here is an interesting intersection. We have three trails here. This is the one we're taking. We're going to go up Mount Pisgah. You can see it's 4.5 miles. That's what I just came up on the right. That goes down to Mauch Chunk Lake and the ranger station. And this heads up to Summit Hill. All right, so I just stopped because we hit a cliff. So just be aware if you're really cranking down. There's this that you can traverse it. I think it's probably best for me not to recommend doing it that way. There's a trail that goes down and around. But down here at the bottom, there's actually an old coal mine. It's flooded out. I mean, take a look at it. Don't go inside. It's an ancient coal mine, so who knows when it's going to collapse. All right, so to the right here is where the trail kind of continues if you just do the route. But I'm going to go to the left up this way to get probably one of the, I probably keep saying this, but one of the best views of the area. And this is like the peak of Mount Pisgah, so we'll actually go by right by where the engine was that actually was pulling up the cart that I was talking about earlier. And that cart came from Jim Thorpe. So just kind of do like a little loop around on the top, and yeah, and then check out that view. Okay, so this is definitely the trail highlight. This is the top of Mount Pisgah with a really nice view. Behind me, you can take a look here and see that's where the trail is. You can't miss this view. I mean, as soon as you come around the bend, you'll see it. And yeah, I mean, you can just see where the Lehigh Gorge or the Lehigh River is just cutting through the mountains. Out there is Broad Mountain, and to the right of us is Jim Thorpe, where we'll be dropping down to. If you stop at one place, this is the place to stop. So definitely do it. It's really beautiful. And now the downhill and back down to the car. I kind of turned around, went up to the very top here just to get the full downhill in, and we get one more shot of Jim Thorpe and the view looking southeast. And this is just slippery baby heads all the way down. There's not a rock that doesn't move on this thing. It's basically bobsled all the way to the bottom. All right, this is it. All right, I know there's a little technical section here. Slow down for this so I don't bump over the bars. There's a little rock drop. Yeah, full suspension is a definite recommendation for this nightmare of a trail. Whew. All right, man, somebody should build a different trail there. That's too much. All right, so my recommendation to finish the ride and get back down to Jim Thorpe, the downtown, is to head down this road, which is Center Avenue, and keep going down the hill. You'll actually see the Asa Packer Mansions on your right-hand side. And yeah, and then we'll dump you out right downtown at the stoplight and Hazard Square.